Hello and welcome back to the channel everybody, and today I'm checking out version 2 of Neofly. There's been a bunch of really great additions that have been made to this free career add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I'll be running through those today. But before we do that, just a reminder to please go ahead and smash that like button down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you're new, how about consider subscribing? It costs nothing at all except just a little bit of self-respect, and let's be honest, we give away a bit of that on a Friday night after a few beers, so get into it. Anyway, everybody, version 2 has been released for Neofly, but to be more specific, version 2.0.1 has been released. There's been a quick hotfix after the latest update, just to tweak a few issues that were brought up. And that's the great thing about NeoLord and the other guys that have been helping them develop this app, is that the changes are made so quickly and the program is being rapidly developed on a weekly basis. So what I thought I'd do is go through the top 5 or 6 things that have been added or enhanced on the app. It really is quite in depth now, which is really fantastic, particularly for a free program. Now, the first thing you need to do is, I'll put a link down in the description, but you can go ahead and download the setup program. Now, if you've already got 1.4 or above, you can just go ahead and update that, and it will update into the latest version. Also, if you want to carry on your career, if you've got the version 1.4 or above, which uses the database in the background, it means you can just, it will just hold your current details of your career, so you don't have to go ahead and start a new career or anything like that. Now, the one big thing that I will go through up front is the fact that you need to register for a Bing key. Now, the reason you need to do this, and it's really easy, I'll show you how to do it. The reason you need to do this is that the developer's been using their developer key, and we've all been tapping into that when we've been using the program. But now there's so many users, we just need individuals to do it. When I say we, I mean the developers. It's nothing to do with me. But what I'll do is I'll just pull the instructions across here, and just so you can see what needs to happen. I'll just pull this in front of the screen here. Hopefully you can see it. And this is available on Discord. I would highly recommend jumping on the Neofly Discord. There's heaps of frequently asked questions there. There's people that will be able to answer your questions and help you out, and there's a lot of community support there, and you can get in touch with other people that are using the program. But this is how you obtain a Bing key. It's really, really easy. What you do is run Neofly at least once, add your pilot, all that sort of stuff. And once again, if you've already got 1.4, you don't need to worry about it because the updater will take care of that. You then go to this right here, bingmapsportal.com, and when you go in there, you just create account, I should say. You throw in your email details and all that sort of stuff. It's really straightforward. This instruction is on the FAQ section in the Discord, by the way. Once you set up your account, it's free to do. You just go to the little drop down here, My Keys. It brings up this here. You throw in Neofly, Windows application, and you press create. And then what it does is it creates a key against your account. So you go ahead and you find the keys. There's like a little drop down that says your keys or my keys or something like that in your profile in Bing. And you can just go ahead and press the show key right here, and it will sort of expand out, and you can either highlight it and right click and copy, or you can just press copy key over there. And then what you need to do is go into your program data /Neofly and open bing.txt. I think I've got mine over here somewhere. I'll bring that across right here. Hopefully you can see it on a large resolution monitor here. But essentially it's very small here, but that's just a text file Bing. You just double click on that and it will be blank, and you just cut and paste your Bing key from in here. There'll be a lot of random numbers as it says here. Just cut and paste it into that text file, press save, and that's all you have to do. Easy as that. And when you log into Neofly, you'll know if it works or not, because on the main map on the right hand side here, it will come with a pop-up. I can't remember what it says, but when you haven't done it, it says something like you need to go and register or something like that. I can't remember. But once you do it, it will come up like this, and you will be good as gold. So that's just something you need to know with version 2 and above, version 2.01 being the latest. You need to register for a Bing key. Very, very simple, so make sure you do that. So what we're going to go through today, well, there are a bunch of really cool additions, and I'm going to go through those, and they're going to include the fact there's now commercial flights, a bit around humanitarian flights, AI pilots that can fly flights for you. You're also able to rent planes now, and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm going to go through those one by one. And for a start, here we are, we're in Damascus, and the reason I've selected here is because it's one of the areas in the world that has humanitarian missions. Now go and check out the Discord once again, and it will show you the areas that have humanitarian missions. Now these are for B, C, and D grade planes. So if we go, hold on, where are we? If we go into our pilot here, you can see the category. I'm only rated for category A, but if you're rated for category B, C, D, you can fly, I should say, humanitarian missions. So I've selected this here, and you can see the little sort of red cross, except the white cross right here, and the associated missions beside it. So as you can see, there's a risk factor. Now this is pretty crazy. So there's a drop zone, and you've got once again, it's similar to those other, here it goes, here you can see it highlighted on the map. Remember those little drop zone missions where you just get some coordinates and have to go somewhere in the middle of nowhere? Well, what you got to do for these ones is actually fly at an altitude of less than 1,000 feet in this area. And that's how you complete the mission. It's sort of like you're dropping maybe food or something like that. But there's one little complication. As per the description, you've got to watch out for surface-to-air missiles. So, how about that? Oh, so, you know, it adds a bit of spice to these. So, humanitarian missions, they're only in certain parts of the world. So, if you're keen on doing that sort of stuff, then go ahead and jump onto the Discord, find out there's about 7 or 8 places in the world that you can find them. Okay, I've changed my location now, everybody, to KJFK, which is John F. Kennedy Airport here in New York. And if I just scroll down, I've sorted them by mission type. If I scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see I've got a bunch of commercial jobs to do. So this is flying passengers from A to B. So for example, this one here is from KJFK to KORD in Chicago. And now the one little thing you've got to know about commercial flights is once again, you've got to have the cargo space. So you've got to have an airplane or an aircraft that is big enough to be able to carry this cargo. But the other thing is just like scheduled flights, in the real time, you must start the flight at the correct time. So this particular one here, I'd have to start at 25th of October 2020 at 9:51 p.m. And if you have a look through, there's a bunch of different sort of airlines I got in here, including Neofly. This one here is Air France. This one here is Aeroflot. So a bunch of sort of European ones I can see in there. But there's heaps of different times for you to start. But just like a scheduled airline flight, as I said, a passenger flight, you have to start them at the time in which are listed. So once again, adding a little bit of complexity into the day-to-day operation. Okay, we're over here at CAQ5 now, which is in Nakusp. I hope I pronounced that correctly, which is just east of Kelowna, which is where my career has started, the new career that I set up. And the reason I'm over here is because I actually got an AI pilot. If you take a look at my balance here, I got a pilot to fly a flight from Kelowna using my aircraft that I have in the game across to Nakusp, and they did it on my behalf. All I had to pay them was 20% of the fee. So that's what you can do now, folks. If you want an AI pilot to fly a flight on your behalf, you can get them to do it. Now, as long as there's an aircraft available there, it's your aircraft that you own, they can go ahead and do it. And it's really easy to do. You just press right click here, and you just press hire a pilot for this plane, and away they go. They'll just go and do that automatically in the background while you go and maybe do something else. If you've got several aircraft, you can fly one of your aircraft and let the AI pilot do the rest. So how good is that? It's a great way to build a bit of money. Now the other thing I've done right here is I've actually sorted the missions by matching plane and rank, and that's another addition to Neofly. Essentially what they've allowed you to do is say, make sure that the missions that are showing are going to suit the rank that I'm at the moment and the aircraft I'm qualified to fly. So that means you can filter it right down and ensure only missions that really apply to you count. Right, we are back over here at Kelowna CYLW, and that's actually where I am located right now. You can see up here, CYLW. And what I'm actually going to do is, obviously I've got my AI pilot flying my Cessna 152 way over somewhere else. So in order to make a flight now, I'm going to need to rent a plane, and that's once again another new addition, which is really fantastic. So in order to do that, all I do is select the mission that I'd like to fly. So let's just grab one of these ones right here, and I go to rent a plane from the market, and it will drop down a list of aircraft that you are able to currently rent. Now, there are a few criteria around renting. One is it must be an aircraft that you're qualified to fly, so you've got to have done the check ride, all that sort of stuff. These are all A-rated aircraft, so there's no problem there, category A. Now, in terms of cost, the actual cost of flying the flight itself is 30% of the income. So if you get paid $1,000, $300 will get paid as part of that aircraft rent. So that's not too bad. The other thing that you'll need to do, and this is the thing to pay attention to, is you also need to put a deposit on the aircraft of 30% or one third, 33.3% of the actual aircraft. So for a start, when you rev up a new career, when you've only got 10 grand in the bank, you won't be able to rent, say, the VL3 because I need a third of 40,000. So that's about 12,000 there or thereabouts, just a little bit more. So until I had 12,000 in the bank, I wasn't able to rent that. So what I could do now is go like that, and I could go ahead and do the VL3. There's 2 and 5 are the just the aircraft designators, because there's 2 here. One's number 2, one's number 5. And so I just click on that, and then I can go ahead and fly a mission, but I do have to pay, obviously, 30% of the income. So that's a great little feature that they've added right there. Before, you had to have owned the aircraft before you could fly it. Now you can rent aircraft until you have enough money in the bank to be able to afford it. So once again, fantastic addition. So just a couple other little small things to finish off, everybody. I did go into the balance tab before, but I forgot to say that this is a new feature also. Allows you, it's going to just list all the different cash flow items that have coming in and out of your company. So that's just something to keep you keep things ticking along, so you know exactly what's coming in and out. The other thing also is in sandbox mode. You can fly any aircraft that's in Microsoft Flight Simulator, even if it doesn't match what's in your hangar right here. So I'm not in sandbox mode right here, but you can select to have a profile attached to sandbox mode, which opens up the whole game and allows you to pretty much do what you want. So anyway, there we go, everybody. There goes Neofly version 2.0.1 to be specific, and I tell you what, how far this game has come, or this add-on has come in just a few short weeks, is really blowing my mind. And considering that it's free, it really is tremendous. It's very, very easy to use, and as you've seen with a couple of my other videos, particularly the drop zone missions, a heck of a lot of fun. So what I would say, everybody, is down here there's the donate button, and I know that Neolord and along with some of the other guys on Discord have been helping him out, but an independent developer making this available at no cost. So if you've got a few spare dollars, I'd really implore you to go ahead and throw them Neolord's way, because the feedback that I've had to these videos and the comments, and also on my live streams, the people that have commented about it have said how much I really do enjoy this app, and I totally agree. It's really, really fantastic. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. One thing Neolord did say, by the way, is he's now going to focus on documentation and wiki and all that sort of stuff. So the actual frequency of updates might slow down a little bit in the short term. But as you can see, there's a heck of a lot to do already. So get into it. It's a free app. Why not? It literally will cost you nothing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Once again, jump on the Discord, the Neofly Discord, to get all the info. But I appreciate taking the time to watch the video. And until next time, everybody, take it easy.